God is like a acorn. The people around you have grown into trees and their acorns fall. And you just happen to plant the acorn and then it starts growing little roots and it starts growing into a tree and it starts growing into a sapling and it starts growing into a tree, a smaller tree, and it grows into a bigger tree. And then soon enough, your tree starts laying acorns. What's up, guys? It's Introspective Ethan, and in this video, I just wanted to document something real quick. So I just wanted to say that me and my sister just talked for like 2 hours. It was like the most introspective thing you could ever imagine. We were talking about mostly about God and how he moves in his plan. And we came up with an analogy. God is like an acorn. The people around you have grown into trees and their acorns fall. And you just happen to plant the acorn and then it starts growing little roots and it starts growing into a tree and it starts growing into a sapling and it starts growing into a tree, a smaller tree, and it grows into a bigger tree. And then soon enough, your tree starts laying acorns, and then the same thing happens for another person. And the thing is, we talked for like 2 hours, literally about the most deeply introspective thing you could like the things you could possibly imagine. It was about like the life talk, everything. I'm telling you, that would have been the most entertaining thing if I caught that on camera. If you guys want to see that, go ahead and comment down below. I will definitely make sure to do that again if you guys want to see that. But it is just so valuable, like we were talking about. Definitely should have turned the camera on for that. You know, I've come a long way, bro. Like, I never imagined myself to be a Christian. That's just kind of insane to imagine how far I've come. And I'm actually taking action. So I can imagine very big. Like, God is allowing me to imagine very big because I publicly express my faith. And I really didn't want to. I really didn't want to publicly express my faith. But now I can just dream so big, and God is like showing me what's going to happen. And I feel I'm called to lead the church, to be a pastor almost. I'm going to talk to my pastor about it. My church is really small, about 20 people. So I'm just going to ask him if I can one Sunday just preach and see where it goes and see what happens, just for the first time. And if he needs a filler, then he can fill in for the rest of the time. But it was really just a pure moment where we both realized the importance of God and we were growing and reflecting. There was no judgment because me and my sister are on different points in the faith plan. There's just a lot of growing necessary. Coming from our beginnings, tough. We used to fight all the time. We used to be polar opposites. One point, we actually loved each other. And then we started becoming teenagers and doing things that were not beneficial for each other. And it just built resentment, but God allowed us to forgive each other and just be one. And a family, and just love each other again. We just talked for like 2 hours. It was really a heartwarming moment, to be honest, because I never really expected that. After a certain point, I kind of lost hope that we would ever be something close again. Here we are, man. God is great, man. All the glory is God. It's all God moving. He does magical things. And when you trust in him, he will move in magical ways. And I just think it was such a pure, heartwarming moment. All we talked about for 2 hours was simply about God and how he moves. We just shared analogies. We just thought introspectively about things. It was very heartwarming. Being so far away from somebody, and then this very powerful external ally comes into your life, saves you sinful desires and habits, and puts these heartwarming experiences in your life that take a lot of courage. Some stuff that you just really don't want to do. But if you do them, the results are just so like surreal. It's just an amazing thing. And I've never been the type of person to be like a Christian. Like, I always thought these people were kind of crazy, to be honest. But now that I'm experiencing it, man, there's something more to it. And I have this vision where I can dream very big, like very big. Like, I'm telling you guys, if you guys caught what we were talking about, there would have been like, no way, this kid is so crazy. This kid is out of his mind type comments. But I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Like, my pastor has been talking about, it's time to harness. And I thought he was crazy. I was like, what is this guy talking about? Like, we already have been harnessing. And no, we haven't. I can see his vision, man. It's insane. And it's time to harness. And I didn't realize there was a possibility that I could be the one harnessing. I always thought it was going to be him. I didn't realize it was going to be me that was growing into the tree. And it's time to harness. Like, I really don't feel afraid to step out and approach somebody and tell them about God, because I've seen what he can do, man. And it's just not scary. I've physically felt fear today and yesterday, publicly displaying my faith. Who wants to do that? It's all about comfort, right? But I did that, and now everything else just seems kind of like, it's not even going to compare to what I went through yesterday. So it's really just so insane, surreal what he can do. And all the glory goes to God, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this position. But it's also surreal to imagine it's my time to harness. And God has given me these experiences. He's allowed me to forgive and love my sister, who I built a lot of resentment for over the years, but it's all gone now. And be one as a family. To be leading the church, man. I feel called to lead the church, to be one with Christ, man. I'm telling you guys, I was preaching to my sister, and like I was offering her these like introspective thoughts. And I felt like the Holy Spirit come on me, man. Like I had some goosebumps some of the time. And I was like, she needs to hear this, bro. So I'm gonna say that. And I wasn't talking. I was talking sometimes out of my own, like my own flesh, but some of the times it was from an external source, and it'd be crazy because it hit her like a train, like a train hit her on the kneecaps. Like it's really just wild what God can do. And yeah, I mean, the time is currently like 12:15 a.m. Who wants to be up this late? Think about it from my perspective, guys. I normally go to bed at like 10, right? I'd much rather just have gone to bed, but I can just wake up later tomorrow. It's not a big deal. I saw a guy, man, introspective Ethan out.